Hello and welcome back to my weekly portfolio update. This week my portfolio at the end of the week is valued at £6,068 and 1 pence, which is a nice little milestone to reach, just tipping over the £6,000 valuation. That has gone up 1.6% this week, which is massive for me. I believe it was a £95 return this week, which was nice to see after a few slow weeks. But good momentum, which we'll get onto with the top three performers in a moment. But yeah, solid week to start off the month. Very happy with it. Couldn't really ask for any more. Stocks I bought was Pepsi again. It's been a common one over the last few weeks as I am trying to decrease my average cost for Pepsi as I'm still negative on it. Samsung, I bought another £10 of that. I wanted to just buy a little bit more while it had dropped a bit. Hoping just to. I know the average price of my stock will go up, but at a lower rate than what it could be. And £10.81 of McDonald's, the extra 81p compared to the others, is from previous dividends that were paid out. Again, McDonald's is one that I am negative on, so I'm trying to get that average cost down even more, and it is a very good dividend payer for me. The biggest winners was Nvidia, 11.32%, Diageo, 9.51%, and Microsoft, 7.54%. Nvidia, as I mentioned, 11.32% up this week, which has put me at 17.45% up overall, which is massive for me. I've got 1.21 shares, an average cost of £141 and 2 pence. As you can see by the graph, it's been just a steady uptrend the whole week, which is really nice to see for a company like Nvidia. This could be due to their plan to invest $3 billion into a data center developer, which should give some people confidence in the stock continuing to flourish. Diageo, 9.51% up as previously mentioned, has put me 10.32% up overall. So I was just slightly positive before this week, but this one's made it a bit more comfortable. I have 17.9 shares in Diageo, an average cost of £16.23. As you can see, big uptick on the Thursday or Friday. This is probably due to the earnings report that came out. It was a bit of a mixed signal for some aspects, but there was supposed to be a cost saving part mentioned in the report, which is probably why people have really backed them. And if they're able to implement the cost savings, then it will increase their profits massively in the long run. Microsoft, 7.54%, continuing that strong trend from the previous week. 13.86% up now overall. Number of shares are 1.02 at an average cost of £324.70. It's looked a bit choppy at times where it's had some big increase and then slowly declined, but overall it has continued to increase after the previous week's earnings. Not much more to add on that. It's just been very solid uptick, and I'm very happy about it. Biggest losers, though, as expected, they won't be as big as the winners, as I was up 1.6% this week. But Chevron lost 5.22%. British American Tobacco, or BAT, lost 3.26%, and Shell lost 3.13%. Chevron, overall, I'm still up 12.03% with 1.39 shares of Chevron at an average cost of £123.32. Has just slowly declined this week. I think this is just general energy sector weakness. Nothing to do with the company in general, just the sector's been on a bit of a downtrend recently. BAT, British American Tobacco, mentioned 3.26% down, only 5.43% up. I have 4.52 shares in that. It's a really good dividend payer when it comes through, so I'm going to keep investing in it. An average cost of £41.93. So the number of shares on this one will go up a fair bit when I buy them. As you can see, mostly dropped at the start of the week. Nothing in particular I can see that would have caused this. So I'm not too concerned. I'm going to keep buying it because I think it's a good solid stock. And we'll just have to see how it goes in the future. Shell, again, grouped in with Chevron. In the energy sector, just weakness in general. Overall, I'm up 14.29% on it, so still very solid. 6.25 shares and an average cost of £28.68. Again, like BAT, I'm going to keep investing in it, and those number of shares will eventually reach some serious heights. Again, it looked like it was going to have a strong start to the week, and then it just dropped off on maybe Tuesday. But again, not something I can really do about that. Still a solid stock. Nothing too concerning that I can see about Shell. So we're just going to have to wait and see whether this decrease continues or whether we'll slowly see an uptick again. But it may be one that I decide to invest in next week or the week after. Dividends, I got 35p from MasterCard. I'm still very happy about receiving dividends, as it's what I'm aiming for more than anything. It may not seem like a lot, but I think it's more the habits that I'm building, is investing in the dividend stocks and then reinvesting those dividends and trying to get that compound investing going, and the make my snowball that everyone talks about even bigger, so then it'll eventually reach a size where I can see massive increases that aren't due to my own money going in, more dividends, or just the natural portfolio increase. And see by the graph, the months have been very solid this year for me, with June still being my standout month. August only just starting, so I'm only at 35p at the moment, but it's better than nothing in my opinion. It may only be a low amount, but as long as I'm seeing some dividends coming in, I'll be very happy about it. I will have Realty Income dividends coming in the next week or so, so that should push up a little bit more, but I'm not expecting to reach the heights of June again. I reckon next month, maybe in September, I might receive a bit more, which could push me up to maybe the July amount. But as I previously said, as long as I see I can compare this graph to next year's graph and I'm seeing an increase in each month, I'll be very happy. But that is all for the weekly update at the moment. It was a brief one compared to some of my others, but not too much has really happened for me this week. Please like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment on some of the stocks that you're interested in, and ones that you'd want me to kind of consider looking into. But yeah, thanks for watching.